No, we don't want any evangelical Buddhists in Singapore going around trying to convert your neighbours, knocking on people's doors and saying, have you heard the good news of the Buddha? No, that's not right. What is right is that we're kind to people. Even though other people aren't kind to us, there's no excuse not to be kind to them. If other people aren't generous to you, there's no reason not to be generous to them. And if you actually practice like this, you're kind, you're generous to other people who abuse you or cheat you, you wear them down. They think, my goodness, these Buddhists, they really are kind. They really are generous. They don't try and convert us, they don't do anything. That is very impressive in our world. That people, they don't want to try and convert anybody, they just want to be kind. So if you want to be a true Buddhist, a real Buddhist, your job is just to be kind to others, to care for others. Whether they're a Buddhist, a Christian, a Catholic, doesn't matter. One of the most inspiring stories I saw a couple of years ago, you know, some of the best organ donors are the Sri Lankans. And there was a story of I think it was a kidney donor. There was a Sri Lankan man who was desperately in need of a kidney, and they found a match, a perfect match. Only there was a problem, because the one who needed a donor, who needed a kidney, was an evangelical Sri Lankan Christian, going around converting all the Buddhists to be Christians. The donor was a Buddhist monk. And I asked the monk, it's a perfect match, would you give your kidney to the opposition? Well, not the opposition, you know what I mean. And the monk said, of course. There was not even a hesitation there. I give my kidney as an act of generosity. What that person does with that, that's up to them. And so this Buddhist monk gave one of his kidneys to an evangelical Christian. And that's beautiful. So, that's what we should do.
Thank you, Ajahn Brahm. Now, very difficult question. What's your favorite jazz song?
Very easy. Do you know Simon and Garfunkel?
Yeah.
The Sound of Silence.
Very good, but that's not jazz.
Close enough, close enough.
Okay, I'll let you off on this one. Master, how not to think of our future if we need to plan and survive? The society is getting stressful.
Why does it get stressful? Because you're worried about how you're going to plan to survive. There you go, you told me why you're stressed out. So instead of like planning so much how you're going to get, how you're going to survive and getting stressed out and getting a heart attack so you don't survive anyway, take it easy for goodness sake. Have a bit more rest. And when you rest more, you become more efficient. Learning how to rest is not being lazy, it's increasing your productivity. By knowing how to use your body and your mind more efficiently. Worrying is one of the most inefficient ways to use your brain. I know that in Singapore there's a National Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Children. There's a National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. I want to start a National Society for Prevention of Cruelty to your brains. You abuse your brains too much. That's why you worry so much. So the most efficient way is actually spending more time in the present moment, resting. What do you need right now? What needs to be done in this moment? Not what you have to do tomorrow. And if you spend more time in the present moment, you'll find you become much more efficient, more healthy, more happy, more successful.
What is the Buddhist view of an infinite wisdom, power and love called God?
Called God.
One is a small g.
A rose by any other name would smell as sweet, as they say. Actually, I don't like roses. I've got hay fever. So that's a very bad simile for me. So infinite power, infinite wisdom, that's great until you call it God. And as soon as you give it a name, then you create barriers between the people who believe in God and don't believe in God, who believe that my God is the real God and your God is not the real God. Now you've seen that happening in the world. It's actually a serious question. Sometimes when we make these names, then actually we make this is our God, this is our country. Look, what country do you belong to? Don't say Singapore. I'm Australian. I don't know where I belong. I've got Australian passport, I've got British passport, and if I could get one, I'd get Singapore passport. And a Thai one, and a Malaysian one. When I went to this United Nations WASAC, I think it was in Hanoi, see all the Malaysian people, and they came up, Ajahn Brahm, nice to see you here, can we have your photo? And they had my photo in front of the Malaysian flag, so I was Malaysian there. The last time I went to United Nations WASAC with Angie in Bangkok, I was part of the Singapore delegation. I was. And I'm Australian, and my family's in England. I don't know where. Actually, I'm glad I don't belong anywhere, or everywhere. I belong everywhere. So when we get rid of this nationality, it's okay having nationalities to play soccer. Leave it at that. And then we can be sort of citizens of the world. In that way that we don't have to worry about giving things these names which separate us. So great, infinite wisdom, infinite love. Stop there and don't call it a name.
How do one not think of guilt or unhappy event in the past when symptoms of the past resurface?
They don't just resurface. You go trawling around in the past, looking for something to upset yourself. Now, actually, that's true, you know. Psychology is like that. Sometimes we're so afraid of being happy that we look for something to upset ourselves. Otherwise, why do you read newspapers? Gossip. In the office. Find out, have you heard about what she's doing? She's leaving her husband. Why do people keep on bringing up that sort of stuff? So anyway, yeah. So if you're going to bring up the past, bring up the beautiful part of the past, you all know the story of the two chicken farmers?
Read the book.
Read the book. It's not in the book.
Running out of time.
Okay. That'll be next time. Coming next week, what is it, the 21st?
Yeah.
21st, the two chicken farmers coming up. So if you don't know it, you have to come the next talk.
Ajahn, do you think if all the people are already satisfied with their lives, doesn't this make development of science, technology and economic growth slow down?
It would mean the development of science and economic growth is not necessary anymore. We can all retire and live a peaceful life, not needing anything in life except each other. So,
come on, Ajahn.
What?
That's why people think Buddhists are going to be lazy and complacent?
Look, am I lazy? Am I complacent? You work me so hard. I'm the last person who's lazy. Well, I enjoy it.
Well, exactly. So
Okay, yeah,
we're not about not doing anything, right?
No, okay. Well, in your heart, be lazy. But when you go to work hard and get lots of money so you can support the Buddhist Fellowship.
All right, I'll let you off on that one.
Okay. Always suck up to the boss and you. Yeah.